Hello, I am Simulated Dirk, and welcome back to Microsoft. Why do I have so much trouble with that? Microsoft Flight Simulator. Why do I have so much trouble with that? Microsoft Flight Simulator. Why do I have so much trouble? I don't know. But today we're off to Atlanta Airport, and today we're going to be having a look at a new mod. And it's all about ground crew today, so let's get into it and then we'll explain what I'm on about. Don't need to worry about inside the cockpit. Now, we are at Atlanta Airport and there is a Delta aircraft, a A320, which of course is the default A320neo with the Delta skin. Now, what you will notice is that we have ground vehicles which are basically the same as if Delta would use. And they look very different to the default. So the name of the pack that I'm using, it's called AREX, Airport Regional Environment X North America. And so what it's designed to do, it's designed to replace the service vehicles, the default service vehicles, into ones which would be similar to what are used in North America. Now at the moment, because of the way that Microsoft Flight Simulator and the software development kit works, is at the moment that because I selected a Delta paint because I knew I wanted to start with them, and so I knew I wanted to start with Delta, so I go to the program that I use to open and activate and change the different liveries, Contrail, and you can select your liveries. So at the moment we have Delta selected, default. Now I wonder if this will change now or no. I think I need to go out and go back in if it was to change, so I'll leave it on Delta. So we have default, which is basically Swissport and Menzies Aviation, American Airlines, Air Canada, Alaska, Delta, Frontier, JetBlue, Spirit, Southwest, United, and WestJet. But due to the way that Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment is set up at the time of recording and the software development kit, if I select, for instance, Delta, which I have here, it doesn't matter what gate I'm on at Atlanta or wherever else I happen to be in North America, they will be Delta livery. Doesn't matter if I'm at a Southwest gate, an American gate next to an American plane, Air Canada, etc. Because I've got Delta selected, that's what it will choose at the moment. So we'll go in, and there's our aircraft, November 320 Delta Lima, or as they'd say in Atlanta, Dixie Lima. And what we're going to use with our ground services, we have featured this before on a very recent episode, on episode 13, the last episode. What we'll be featuring is Pushback Express. So what we will do, instead of requesting a jetway, because we're parked, we're not at a gate, so requesting a jetway will have absolutely no advantage to us. So because of Pushback Express, which comes to us from FS to Crew, link will be in the description on the show notes, simulatorgaming.com, for this and everything else. So there's no use requesting an aero bridge or a jetway or whatever you want to call it, because there is none available. So we'll have to request some air stairs, so we'll do that. And so the air stairs have arrived. and they look like the air stairs that would be in the case in America. Now, I don't know what the air stairs are going to do because I haven't used the air stairs before. Now, our next one, the aircraft main door. So we've opened the aircraft main door. You can see that on screen. I'll just move it. I'll just move a little so you can. Actually, I'll move this way. There we go. So there's the air stairs, and we've opened the main aircraft door, which we can also do via Pushback Express. Now, our next thing that we're going to request is this one. That's a fuel truck. That's going to take some time to get here. We're going to request baggage. I don't know if this is going to work because we're not at a gate. We can check that. Power supply, we'll request the power supply. We'll request catering. And that is all we're going to request right now. Now, because we are not at a gate, I don't know what's going to work and what isn't at this point. So behind us we can see a United. Actually, no, I'm gonna. Hello, I'm Simulator Deck and welcome to America. We are at Atlanta International Airport. There is a Delta A320neo. We're at Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta International Airport, Kilo Alpha Tango Lima. And today we are going to be showing you a new to me mod, which is all about ground services. Now we are going to use this in conjunction with a mod that we have used before, which is called Pushback Express. But here's our Delta aircraft, and for North America, what you can do, you can actually download this pack, and it is a new pack which is called AREX, Airport Regional Environment X North America. And there's lots of different colour schemes that you can have. Default, American, Air Canada, Alaska, Delta, Frontier, JetBlue, Spirit, Southwest, United, and WestJet. I'll leave a link on the show notes to where you can get it. So what it does, it actually changes the default service vehicles into what you can see here. So what we'll do, we'll request first of all some air stairs, and we'll see what happens. Now, because of limitations in how Microsoft Flight Simulator and software development kits work, because I've selected Delta, we can only have Delta all over the airport, but this may change in the future. So if you're doing a scene where you've got a Delta aircraft at a gate and you've got the Delta gear suite, there is a more generic one which you can use, and there's also the different companies that I just mentioned. So what we'll do, we'll request a fuel truck because that takes a while. We'll request baggage, and so we've got a different looking baggage truck than the default. So we'll zoom around, we'll zoom out. So it changes. Whoops! I'm in the terminal. I'm stuck. Okay. It selects. It replaces the default vehicles into the colour scheme of whichever airline you choose. Now this is for North America. So this is for North America, so I don't think it'll work anywhere else. You can see that the baggage carts look different compared to the default. Now they're just loading the bags up. Now it should not replace any of the default behaviour. So it will probably only load that first trolley of bags, or that first cart of bags. But it does help with the immersion. Okay, we've got a Delta plane instead of the default, and we've got the baggage carts, so that's going to drive off. Apparently there's another mod coming called GSX, Ground Services Extra I think it is, which it should improve some of these default behaviours. So we have our ground baggage, and as you can see they do look different from the original. And we can request power, so we've got a power unit coming up instead of the default vehicle. So that's now connected, and that will stay connected until we tell it not to. So what we can do, we can go into the cabin, and all I'm going to do for the moment is just turn the batteries on. Now when I'm in an A320, there's another mod that is called A320 Crew. I'm not going to be using that on this occasion, but you can, and you should, because it's good. We have featured it before. So we've got power. So what in theory we should be able to do if we now turn the batteries off because we've got ground power, we can turn the batteries off and we should still... No, we don't. Okay. Okay, well, we'll turn the batteries back on in that case. Okay, so we've now got our avionics back. Alright, so let's go outside. We've got the power connected. Over on the right, we can see the baggage. So those baggage carts will stay there. Now if we go around to the other side, and just excuse the rather poor camera positioning, we will call catering now. So the door is opening and the catering truck should be arriving. And you can see that it's a slightly different style and it's a different colour scheme to the default. It's not necessarily Delta. That's probably who they contract to. So it does look different. So we'll let that happen. Now we did request air stairs before, and we did request fuel before, so we'll just request them again and see what happens. So the catering truck doesn't stay for very long. Again, the default actual behaviours don't change, but it's just the vehicles themselves that change. And hang on, there we go. So it's not the default behaviours that change, it's the default look of the vehicle and how it looks, the colour scheme and what sort of truck it is that looks different. So while we're waiting for that, we'll move the jetway out. Now this is a medium gate. Now is this going to work correctly? I guess we'll find out. Now that's pretty close, and if I had the camera at a different angle like that, for instance, you'd think that it'd work. Whoops, that it'd work pretty good. And that angle, it's not too bad. The catering truck's leaving us now. So what I haven't done, and I may still be able to do in settings, yep, I'll change, because we're in America, I'll change the ground crew voices from Australia to US. So we'll, and this is via Pushback Express, which is, and this is how all this ground service things are happening at the moment.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight tech.
We will be ready shortly.
Okay, I will hold.
So we've got an American voice there now. So what we'll do, we'll disconnect the jetway, and we'll disconnect the power. And we'll ask ramp to make sure that everything's complete before we...
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight tech.
Confirm all ground checks complete. We're cleared to pressurize the hydraulics.
All ground checks are complete and you are clear to pressurize the hydraulics.
Okay, so we've done that. Now we can start our pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Alright, we need to do that ourselves.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
And, as you would hope, it's a it's a Delta tug. That wall's in a really bad spot. So, okay, so Delta Super Tug is ready and is pushing back.
You are clear behind, and you can start your engines at your discretion.
So we'll go to the right. And we'll go left, or we'll go straight rather. And we're finished with Delta Super Tug, thank you. Oh, we're about to be run over by the Delta Super Tug. Oh, that's freaky. Alright. So there is our plane. And now we will give control to Otto, our co-pilot. And we'll turn our ATC comms on.
Atlanta Airport information Kilo 1800 Zulu. Wind 275 at tree. Visibility niner. Sky condition clear. Temperature 1 tree. Dew point 1 tree. Altimeter 29.902. ILS runway 26 left, ILS runway 27 right, ILS runway 27 left, ILS runway 28 and ILS runway 26 right in use. Landing and departing runway 26 left, runway 27 right, runway 27 left, runway 28 and runway 26 right. DSR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have Kilo.
So let's contact ground. So we'll request a taxi.
Ground Delta 069er with Kilo request taxi to the active departing straight out.
Delta 069er taxi to and hold short of runway 27 right using taxiway Lima Lima 14 Mike Lima Alpha. Contact tower on 119.5 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 27 right via taxiway Lima Lima 14 Mike Lima Alpha Delta 069er.
Acme, you're over there. Actually, we'll go this way. I still haven't turned the arrows off, but that's because I'm out of sequence. So we're just going to go for a quick little taxi. We'll take off and then we'll go to...
Delta 1448 requesting the end of pushback. Delta 1448 request to end pushback received. Ground Delta 1448 with Kilo ready to taxi IFR. Delta 1448 taxi to and hold short of runway 27 left via taxiway Romeo 6 Romeo 10 Romeo. Contact tower on 123.85 when ready. Southwest 2741, hold position caution, the generic on final. Taxiing hold short runway 27 left using taxiway Romeo 6 Romeo 10 Romeo Delta 1448.
So we've actually got, because Atlanta's a busier airport, we've actually got traffic.
432 requesting pushback. Delta 432 pushback request accepted.
Oh, that's annoying that it's the same voice for the plane and ATC or ground.
Hold position Southwest 2741.
Delta 1448, hold position caution, other traffic. Ground Endeavor 5185, requesting pushback. Endeavor 5185, pushback request accepted. Delta 1448, continue taxi.
Now, I might have to check on the voices the next time that I do an American flight.
Roger Delta 1448.
So I might have to check the voices, because I think I've got it set for English UK at the moment.
Ground Delta 432 requesting the end of pushback. Delta 432 request to end pushback received.
So that's annoying to have the same person, the same voice for the
Ground Delta 432
For the controllers
ready to taxi IFR.
and the plane.
Delta 432 taxi to and hold short of runway 27 left using taxiway Alpha 7 Alpha Delta cross runway 26 right Delta Charlie cross runway 26 left Charlie Foxtrot 5 Lima Lima 10 Mike Juliet cross runway 27 right Juliet. Contact tower on 123.85 when ready. Southwest 2741, continue taxi.
So we should have a look towards
Taxi to and hold short runway 27 left via taxiway Alpha 7 Alpha Delta cross
the runway.
26 right Delta Charlie cross runway 26 left Charlie Foxtrot 5 Lima Lima 10 Mike Juliet cross runway 27 right Juliet Delta 432.
I was in Atlanta last in 2014, and I got a
Southwest 2741.
hotel room near the airport, and it was actually good. I could actually see the airport and the airport operations from my hotel room, so that was pretty sweet.
185 with Kilo ready to taxi IFR. Endeavor 5185 taxi to and hold short of runway 26 left via taxiway Romeo 6 Romeo 10 Romeo 11 cross runway 27 left November 10 Delta cross runway 27 right Delta Lima Delta Golf Foxtrot Echo. Contact tower on 119.3 when ready. Taxi to and hold short runway 26 left using taxiway Romeo 6 Romeo 10 Romeo 11 cross runway 27 left November 10 Delta cross runway 27 right Delta Lima Delta Golf Foxtrot Echo Endeavor 5185.
because there's been so many transmissions, it's hard for me to go back and see what those flight instructions were meant for me, unless I see the bit that says you. So we're going to hold short of runway 27 right, which is what we're coming up to now. Now, because Delta's the name of an airline company and also a letter in the phonetic alphabet, especially I believe at Atlanta, especially at Atlanta, and especially because Delta, the airline, is headquartered at Atlanta, instead of Delta for the phonetic alphabet, they actually use Dixie, so Delta can keep their call sign across America. Alright, where are you going, Otto? Okay, so you're just about to hold. So we'll go to Atlanta Tower. Request takeoff.
Atlanta Tower Delta 069er ready at runway 27 right, departing straight out.
Delta 069er cleared for takeoff runway 27 right. Caution the generic taking off runway 27 left. Straight out. Departure approved.
Okay, let's go, Otto.
Delta 069er acknowledged. Last transmission.
Oh, that's right. I'm Delta now. I'm not anyone else.
Takeoff runway 27 right, Delta 069er.
So here we are, we're just about to take off. We have permission to take off. Cleared for takeoff, runway 27 right, Delta 069. Alright, Otto, do us proud, my friend. There's another plane taking over the top of us. Alright, here we go. Acme is go. Go, Acme. Alrighty, there we go. So that's Atlanta. What we're going to do now, we're just going to
Delta 069er, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Atlanta Tower Delta 069er frequency change.
So what we're going to do, we're going to skip through to finals. And we want to skip ahead. We were just going to do a circuit of Atlanta anyway. We will be getting back to general aviation, I swear. That's just that I saw this mod and also saw Pushback Express and A320 crew. And I thought, yeah, have to have them. It increases the immersion. And it does improve on the default, as do the default liveries. Links on the show notes, simulatordirtgaming.com, and also in the episode description, you'll find information about where to purchase them. All right, well, ready to fly. Let's go. Let's see what sort of.
Delta 069 are cleared to land runway 27 right. Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 275 at tree.
Delta 069.
Cleared to land runway 27 right Delta 069er.
Are we going to go around, Otto? Let's see what he does. Or if he's just going to have a red hot go anyway.
$500, $400, $300, $200.
Let's see. How you doing, my friend?
100, 40, 20, 5.
Yeah, that's good. Well done, Otto. We'll be back in just a few moments somewhere else. Alrighty, welcome back to Dallas Fort Worth. We're here with the Spirit Airlines A320. The truck has changed. The catering truck has changed. The ground crew vehicles haven't, though. So they're still showing Delta for some reason, even though I've selected Spirit. But they have the ground crew vehicle has changed. Now if I So the ground crew catering vehicle has changed. If I can zoom in, that's changed from when. That's changed from Atlanta, but Delta hasn't. We will try at another. We will try at another airport. What we'll do, we'll go in. We'll start the batteries. So we've got our avionics. So we'll do that at the very least. And we'll kill that for the moment. So we'll do our ground check to make sure
Cockpit to
everybody's
ground.
clear.
Go ahead, flight tech.
Confirm all ground checks complete. We're cleared to pressurize the hydraulics.
All ground checks are complete and you are clear to pressurize the hydraulics.
Alright, so let's go outside the aircraft. So we need to go back. So we'll ask for pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Alright, we'll release the parking brake.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
So it's interesting that it changed the catering truck, but it didn't change the tug, it didn't change the power unit, and it didn't change the baggage. But we'll have a look at another airport after we do this. So, which one?
You are clear behind and you can start your engines at your discretion.
Alright. Gee, I don't know if those ground vehicles should just come in there like that. Alright.
DFW Airport Information Whiskey 1800 Zulu. Wind 266 a tree. Visibility, niner. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 14. Dew point, 13. Altimeter, 29.902. ILS runway tree, 6 left ILS runway tree, 6 right ILS runway tree, 5 left ILS runway tree, 5 center and ILS runway tree, 5 right in use. Landing and departing runway tree, 6 left runway tree, 6 right runway tree, 5 left runway tree, 5 center and runway tree, 5 right. DSR, aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you have whiskey.
DFW ground SPIRITWINGS 069 with whiskey request taxi to the active straight out departure.
Oh, because I didn't put a space, it hasn't recognized it as Spirit Wings.
069er taxi to and hold short of runway 18 left by taxiway Hotel Yankee Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot. Contact tower on 127.5 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 18 left by a taxiway Hotel Yankee Hotel Whiskey Foxtrot Spirit Wings 069er.
Oh, there, he recognized it as Spirit Wings that time. Now, I'm not sure why it's giving me the information about how to control the aircraft when it's Otto in charge and Otto has control of the ship. Now, I have been to Dallas, I haven't been to the airport though. So this is just giving me chances just to have a look at some other airports and to see some of the other planes that are around. Now, it's that truck. Oh, missed it. So this is November 32 Bravo, November Kilo. Again, it's one of the liveries of the A320. Full details will be in the show notes, but there's so many different liveries for both the A320neo, the 747-800, and a lot of the GA planes as well. And you just download, you just do a download, and you just then you just select which ones you want. So where are we going? To taxi to runway 18 left, which isn't too far away now. So we'll stick with this one. We'll do what we did with Delta in Atlanta. We'll take off. We'll skip through the landing, and because I want to make sure that my landings are fairly equal to my takeoffs, even though it's Otto doing all the work. Now, normally airliner episodes are those ones ending in 0, but because we're showing off some mods, they can be in other places as well. But I will be recording some general aviation episodes after this one, so it'll be my turn to fly rather than just operating the autopilot and that sort of thing. Now, I know once upon a time from Australia, Qantas used to fly directly to Dallas Fort Worth, and so quite a few people were using it as an alternative to not have to transit through LAX. And I've got to say, the amount of times that I went through LAX didn't really have that many dramas. But I know people who have travelled and flown into there way more than I have, so... so we're about to arrive at our hold short point, so we'll call tower now. Alright, so we'll request takeoff.
DFW Tower SPIRITWINGS 069 are ready at runway 18 left, departing straight out. Spirit Wing 069er, cleared for takeoff runway 18 left, departing straight out approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 18 left, Spirit Wing 069er.
So if I do Spirit again, I'll just put a space just to make sure.
DFW Tower, American 17509 miles southeast inbound ILS runway 36 left approach. American 1750 DFW Tower. Cleared ILS runway 36 left approach. Altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 wing 266 entry. Cleared ILS runway 36 left approach American 1750.
Yep, here we go. Maybe don't zoom in that far. There we go. All right, Spirit, you ready? Now, if they don't call these flying bananas, I'd be rather disappointed. Alright, we'll just skip forward now. We'll travel to final. Yes, we want to go to final. And we'll see how Otto does on this landing. Next, we're going to go to LAX. Oh, that's where we should do a GA flight to San Luis Obispo. Yes. Must remember to do that tomorrow. Get my plane. Get my GA plane. Call it Victor Hotel Echo Romeo Kilo. So that's my my Australian call sign. Alright, let's get ready for Otto to land this thing. Oh, it's a huge airport from the sky. Look at that Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Retard. Try.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, boy. Here we go. Good stuff, my man. Alrighty, welcome back. We are at LAX. There's an American A320 there, and we have our American ground crew standing by. So I'm not sure what that vehicle is doing going through the luggage carts like that. Oh, that's the conveyor belt for the luggage. So this is the American A320. Oh, we've got Aeroflot just behind us. So again, what I did this time, just to make sure that everything changed from Spirit and from Delta, I actually restarted the sim. It looks like we're going a loop to loop around there. Is he going to straighten up now? Yep, he is. Ciao, my dude. So again, it's just going to load the front one, but all American. So American Airlines livery there with the American plane. Looks fairly similar to the Delta ones, but that's what they look like over in America. So we'll just let him load. And we'll get the food truck, the catering. Hang on, do I want to travel to taxi? No. Oh, hang on, I've got menus everywhere here. So we'll get rid of that. Call that. So it's a catering truck. So we need to zoom around. Oops, too far. So we've got Aeroflot behind us. We've got the Sky Chief food coming up. So these little things really do add up. Now what you could do for somewhere as large as LAX, say if you were going to feature Aeroflot over there. Now Aeroflot probably don't have their own ground crew, so they would use one of the other airlines, or indeed the generic. So you could use them. We did request catering, didn't we? So links in the show notes for and the episode description for the various packs that are on display here. Pushback Express, which is handling all the ground crew ops. The liveries for the planes and for the ground crew. So we'll ask for stairs and see what happens. We probably won't get the stairs, but we'll ask for that anyway, and we'll ask for the door to be opened. And we'll ask for the jetway. Now this is a small gate at LAX, so this should hopefully work. Oh look, they've even got a they've even got one of the shuttle buses over there. So we've got our jetway attached. Got our jetway attached. Our catering truck is still there for the moment. Power truck. So our catering's leaving. Our jetway is still attached. We just requested the power truck. So power's arriving. So we just want to make sure that everybody's clear. We'll turn off the power truck now. We'll send the jetway away. Now I need to check if that closes the door when they take the jetway. Yes, it does. Okay, so we need to make sure that everybody's clear.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Confirm all ground checks complete. We're cleared to pressurize the hydraulics.
All ground checks are complete, and you are clear to pressurize the hydraulics.
Okay, so we need to go in the cab, in the cockpit, I should say. In the cockpit, we'll turn our batteries on. Hello, Smithers. You're quite good at turning me on. Alright. So we'll request our pushback now.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Alright.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
Okay, so sometimes they would actually tell you which way they want you to push back. So they're gonna, when they connect, they'll push back straight. So I'll do that shortly. So as I mentioned before, even though the planes are different around the airport, we'll go around to the left. Now that's left at the point of view of the
You are clear
tug
behind,
driver.
and you can start your engines at your discretion.
LAX ground. We'll listen to ADIS first.
Los Angeles Airport Information Golf 1500 Zulu. Flight 257 at tree. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 15. Dew point, 1 tree. Altimeter, 29.9er 2. ILS runway 24 right, ILS runway 24 left, ILS runway 25 right, and ILS runway 25 left in use. Landing and departing runway 24 right, runway 24 left, runway 25 right, and runway 25 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have golf.
Okay, so we're going to start the aircraft.
Los Angeles Airport Information Hotel 1500
Okay, we get... so we'll request our taxi.
Los Angeles ground American 069er with hotel request taxi to the active touch and go.
American 069er taxi to and hold short of runway 25 right using taxiway Charlie 9er, Charlie Charlie 1 Bravo Bravo 1. Contact tower on 119er decimal 8 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 25 right using taxiway Charlie 9er Charlie Charlie 1 Bravo Bravo 1 American 069er. Los Angeles ground, Connie Tree 64 requesting the end of pushback.
Connie Tree 64 request to end pushback received.
So I just need to keep note of that frequency that I've been asked, 119.8.
Los Angeles ground, Connie Tree 64 with hotel ready to taxi IFR.
Connie Tree 64 taxi to and hold short of runway 24 right using taxiway Charlie 12 Charlie Tango Tango 2 Sierra Delta Delta 9er Delta Delta 8 Echo Victor cross runway 24 left Victor. Contact tower on 120 decimal 9er, right when ready.
So we're going to taxi out.
Taxiing hold short runway 24 right by taxiway Charlie 12 Charlie Tango Tango 2 Sierra Delta Delta 9er Delta Delta 8 Echo Victor cross runway 24 left Victor Connie Tree 64.
So this will give you a good chance to have a look around LAX. I wonder if they've modelled the In-N-Out burger across the road from the airport. That's a good plane watching spot if you're in LAX but you don't want to necessarily be in the terminal. Just go to the In-N-Out burger, and if the planes are arriving in the right direction, well then you're sweet. So someone like American would also work well in Hawaii, for instance. Now I presume, actually what we should do, we should actually check that next. Go to Honolulu International, and even if we use the same aircraft, just to see that if the ground services work there. Because after all, Hawaii is part of America. And then we should do Alaska and Alaska, and then finish with Air Canada in Winnipeg in winter. So you can see I've turned up the number of aircraft, number of AI aircraft. So so you should actually see planes at the gates now. I don't know if that Ryanair aircraft supposed to have the letters on in reverse. I'm not sure about that. But LAX is quite a big place. Is that a Virgin Blue plane over there? Hang on, let me zoom in if I can. It is too. Hang on, we'll go up a bit. over behind the SAS, the red plane there, that's a Virgin Australia's Airbus A320 from Australia. Oh, that's hilarious. Virgin Blue was the company that turned into Virgin Australia. They never actually, I'm pretty sure they'd be, because Virgin America looks similar. But Virgin Blue aircraft as Virgin Blue never actually made it to America. They made it as V Australia and then Virgin Australia. So there's Frontier. So quite a few different airlines represented. Some of them well, some of them you could tell what company they're supposed to be, but so this is a good introduction to LAX. Actually, on one of our episodes finishing with 0, we should do a flight between LAX and San Francisco or vice versa. That'd be cool. There's been quite a few upgrades to LAX since I was there, and including nearby there will be a link to the Los Angeles Metro, and there's also going to be an automated people mover running between terminals. And depending on what terminal you're in, you can also get a good view of the parallel runways, which was pretty sweet. I actually remember being in, just trying to think if it was the Virgin Australia lounge. Yeah, I think it was at the time. There was one stage where I was flying from San Luis Obispo in California to LAX and then LAX home to Australia, and there was something like ridiculous like 8 hours or something in between the flights, and so rather than leaving the terminal, I got a temporary membership or a temporary entry permit so I can enter the lounge, which was awesome. And then after that I decided, yeah, the airline lounges are actually good, and I've been in quite some very good airline lounges around the world. They certainly help with travel and whatnot. Now we should almost be at our runway for departure. We can probably tune to 119.8 now. I think that's where we had to go. Yeah, 119.8. We're not close enough yet to request our takeoff yet. We're not at our hold short point of runway 25 right. Hang on, where are you going, Otto? Just going a bit wide on the turn there, old mate. Otto, my co-pilot, my first officer. Alright, here's the hold short point of 25 right. So we'll request takeoff clearance now.
Los Angeles Tower, American 069er ready at runway 25 right, touch and go.
American 069er, cleared for takeoff runway 25 right, left touch, and go approved.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 right, American 069er.
So I'm not going to actually do the, or get Otto to do the touch and go. Pretty sure there are supposed to be fences there. Oops, I go up a bit. Alright. LAX was the first American airport that I ever... actually, we'll get the sun behind us. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready, Otto. Now, a lot of people might think that I'm talking about Otto from The Simpsons. I'm talking about Otto from Flying Higher, as we knew it in Australia, or Airplane. Otto, the inflatable autopilot. Alright, here we go. American 069, clear for takeoff, runway 25 right.
Los Angeles Tower, American 069er to land.
American 069er, Los Angeles Tower. Make left traffic, runway 25 right. Altimeter 29.9, wind 257 entry. Los Angeles Tower, SkyWest 478615 miles, east inbound ILS runway 25 right approach. SkyWest 4786 Los Angeles Tower. Cleared ILS, runway 25 right approach. Altimeter 29.9, wind 257 entry.
Make left traffic runway 25 right American 069er.
Alright, so now we'll
Cleared ILS runway 25 right approach, SkyWest 4786.
alright, so we'll skip through to final and we'll give Otto a chance to land. And then after this we'll head to Hawaii, then we'll head to somewhere in Alaska, probably Fairbanks, for the Alaskan ground crew. And also Winnipeg for Air Canada. So we'll see how we go, but we'll see how Otto goes with his landing at LAX. Alright, so he's getting ready.
American 069er, clear to land runway 25 right. Follow the Airbus A20N on final. 1257 at 3.
Hang on, I'm not liking that attitude there, Otto.
500, 400, 300, 200, 120.
Oh, Otto!
American 069er, contact ground on 121.65.
I think he did contact ground. Oh, Otto. That's going to be on CNN. The radio's turned off. Oh, Otto, what was doing? They didn't leave us in a very good position there, but let's see. We'll restart the flight. And we'll skip forward to approach. Because I don't think they put Otto in a very good position there, to be fair. I don't think they put him in a very good position at all. Alright, let's get ready to fly. And we'll actually skip forward. Okay, so here we are again. Otto is now on approach, so I'll know now to, just for this sort of purpose, to move him to approach, not final, because it didn't put Otto in a very good position. Sorry, my dude. So we're going for nighttime, for a nighttime arrival into LAX.
1000.
Right American 069er.
Just row after row after row of houses and straight lights coming into LAX. Now, coming from Australia, I'd often, if I was coming into America, I think all the time I went via LAX. Sometimes I transited there, but coming from Australia on the afternoon, you'd always arrive into LAX in the morning. So I might have taken off at night with a view like this, but I can't remember landing at this time of the night with a view like this.
Delta 1733, turn next taxiway.
500. 400. 300. 200.
Delta 1733, exit runway when able.
100.
Okay, here we go. Looking all right, Otto.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard I.
Oh, bit of a bounce there, Otto.
American 069er, contact ground on
Oh,
13.975.
jeez. Skippy the bush kangaroo.
American 069er. Delta 1733, contact ground on 121.75.
The only regret I have about making that nighttime landing is you didn't see Otto very well, skipping like a kangaroo because it's dark.
121.75 for Delta 1733.
Alright, so we'll stop there. Welcome back, and now we are in Hawaii. Honolulu International, and interestingly, in a way, maybe not surprisingly, because it did say, to be fair, it did say North America. We're using the same American airplane that we used at LAX, but now we can see that we have the default vehicles back that we had use of in Australia. So default vehicles and not the American vehicles, because I hadn't changed it. Within the software to change it from American. I thought maybe because Hawaii is part of America, but it's not part of North America. So that would probably explain why they're the default. What we will do, we will push back.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Alright, we'll do that.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
Alright, so we'll push back. Alright, we'll start pushing back straight. And then to the...
You are clear behind, and you can start your engines at your discretion.
So we'll get back here. Watch out, Mr. Fuel Truck. Stay right there. Alright, we'll stop push back there. We'll... Oh, we gotta go inside the aircraft. We'll turn the batteries on.
Honolulu Airport information, Kilo 2300 Zulu. Wind 260 at tree. Visibility, niner. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 15. Dew point, 1 tree. Altimeter 29.92. Visual runway 26 left and visual runway 26 right in use. Landing and departing runway 26 left and runway 26 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Kilo.
So we'll start up. Otto's got the ship again.
Honolulu Airport information, Kilo 2300 Zulu. Honolulu ground American 069er ready to taxi departing straight out with Kilo.
American 069er taxi to and hold short of runway 26 right using taxiway Zulu Alpha Lima November Alpha Echo cross runways 4 left Echo cross runway 22 left Kilo Romeo Mike. Contact tower on 123.9er when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 right using taxiway Zulu Alpha Lima November Alpha Echo cross runway 4 left Echo cross runway 22 left Kilo Romeo Mike American 069er.
One, 2, 3.9R. So we're about to start our taxi. Otto has a ship. Now I've never been to Hawaii. It looks really nice. Never been there though. For Australians, it's a little bit shorter than going to the lower 48 of the US. So it's probably got good bits about being America, and also good things about being in the islands as well. Because I don't necessarily know these airports, I don't know sometimes which is the best way to push out. There's the tower. The tower, what is it? It's where the air traffic controllers sit, but that's not important right now. It would take a long time to get to know these airports and the different ways you can taxi, and also it would depend on where you are. You know what runway is being used on a certain time. So we'll go past the terminal. We'll see what planes we can recognise. I did see a United. I'm pretty sure I saw a United plane. So I haven't heard of similar packs being available for European airports. That would be nice. There may even be, I'll have to look into it, there may even be a default, like an update to the default vehicles. I'm also looking forward to future developments. The sim's only basically, what, 6-8 months old at this point, probably 6 months old at this point. And the air simming community plus the companies involved, they are gradually building things and improving things, and there's so many talented people out there with a lot of skills in relation to creating mods, skins, things that could well be incorporated into the base simulator that aren't, but and you think, oh, something like Pushback Express, which we've been using, that could benefit everybody. Things like the A320 crew, obviously if you are flying A320s a lot, that would be really helpful. If you don't fly them, don't get that pack. As a for instance, if you don't fly in America, don't get or Canada, don't get the North America, don't get this pack with the North American ground crews. But I'll be continually looking out and, you know, watching various people's videos and all that sort of stuff, just keeping up to date. But of course, as I am recording these episodes in advance, things change so frequently. So when things that come out that interest me, I'll try them. But I'm not going to go out and just get things that don't interest me to try them. The things that interest me, yeah, I'll try them within reason. So we're crossing runway 4 left, which I think converts into 26 right. Oh, we got clearance, if it's the right runway that I'm thinking of. It only says taxi to and hold short of runway 26 left. Sorry, 26 right. Cross runway 4 left, cross runway 22 left, and hold short of runway 26. So that's 22 right, 4 left. So we're cleared. 22 right. So 4 left we've just crossed, so we've still got to cross runway 22 left. So this is 22 right, so we need to cross another one, 22 left. And then we need to go down to hold short of runway 26 right. So this should be a runway 22 left. So we're allowed to cross that one. Now I have seen various people say that the ATC system is buggy. Sometimes I wonder how much of it is because people don't really know how to use ATC, and then others think, like the situation that there's a situation you'll see later on where I get told to hold short for traffic and there's no traffic, and then it won't let me carry on until I had to change some settings, and then it let me carry on, otherwise I'd still be sitting there. Where are you going, Otto? Oh, we've already requested taxi. What frequency did we need? Machine for clearance.
Clearance delivery American 069er Ayakmar to Honolulu, ready to copy. American 069er is cleared to Honolulu Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.3 squawk 4726. American 069er cleared to Honolulu Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 26 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 118.3 squawk 4726.
Alright, where are you going?
American 069er, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9er. Honolulu ground American 069er with Kilo ready to taxi IFR.
American 069er taxi to and hold short at runway 26 right, via taxiway Kilo Romeo Mike. Contact tower on 123.9er when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 26 right using taxiway cross runway 22 left Echo Charlie Romeo Mike American 069er.
Watch out, little dude. I think we got a little bit lost there, Otto. These forklifts have no fear. Where are you going now?
Honolulu Tower American 069er ready to go runway 26 right IACMAR to Honolulu.
American 069er cleared for takeoff runway 26 right. Traffic is generic on final.
Okay, so we got some generic traffic on final.
Cleared for takeoff runway 26 right American 069er.
Honolulu Tower, Hawaiian 1712 miles, east inbound, visual runway 26 right approach. Hawaiian 17 Honolulu Tower. Cleared visual runway 26 right approach. Altimeter 29.9
Again, the confusing thing with the same voice for aircraft and ATC. Oh, there's the city in the background over there. You know what we're going to do? We are going to skip to the objectives. We're going to travel to... Oh, we can't even do that because we haven't taken off yet. Doesn't look like. It's a shame. So we'll wait for our generic traffic to pass. Whatever that may be.
Connie 368, contact ground on 133.6. Honolulu Tower, Hawaiian 17 is going missed. Hawaiian 17, contact Honolulu approach on 118.3.
I wonder if it's because of that little car that's on the center of the runway at the moment.
118.3, Hawaiian 17.
very big. Very big plane. Are you still there? No, the very small cars disappeared. Can we go yet? Can we go yet? Not sure what we're waiting on now, but let's go somewhere else. Alrighty, welcome back to, this time we are in Anchorage, Alaska, and it is cold. You can see the snow there. This is the most that my system has struggled with Microsoft Flight Simulator so far, but we will see how we go. There's our Alaska aircraft, again an A320. We'll request the jet bridge and we'll request the power supply. And the fuel truck will come a little bit later, I presume. And the baggage. So we'll zoom in and we'll be able to see that all of the things are branded appropriately. Alaska Airlines. Alaska Airlines there. There's the food truck. Now what I found I had to do, it just wasn't enough to change it on the program that I'm using to run the ground service. I found that I actually needed to get out of Microsoft Flight Simulator altogether, just not change scenarios or anything like that, just go all together, just change altogether. Get out of it, go all the way back to the desktop, reload, and then put in the you know, which airline, in this case Alaska. So baggage is going in. Now I haven't been to Alaska. I've actually flown Alaska a few times when I was in the States. They fly in and out of places like Portland, Oregon and San Francisco, amongst others. So we'll let them load up the bags there. So Alaska Airlines in Alaska works. because it's part of North America, whereas Hawaii is not technically part of North America, even though it is part of America. So it looks like we had some issues with the jetway. Pretty sure I chose a small gate. I might have chosen a medium or a large gate. I'm not sure. So we'll close the jetway. I don't know if air stairs will work. We can certainly ask for them. We'll go inside the aircraft. We'll turn our batteries on. 1, 2. Alright, we'll turn our batteries on. We'll go outside. We'll see that everybody is clear. Oh, did our fuel truck just arrive? Our fuel truck just did arrive, and it's a BP fuel truck, which is interesting. So the fuel truck does arrive. As I mentioned earlier, there's nothing changed about the behaviour of any of these vehicles. Some of them, yes, they look different. The tugs look different. The fuel truck looks different. But the actual default behaviours, there's nothing different. There's nothing different about them. So we'll listen to Anchorage ATIS while we're finishing up.
Anchorage Airport Information Whiskey 0100 Zulu. Wind 250 at 8. Visibility half a mile in snow. Sky condition feeling 900 feet overcast. Temperature -5. Dew point 13. Altimeter 29.902. ILS runway 7 left in use. Landing and departing runway 25 left and runway 25 right. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have whiskey.
Alright, so our fuel truck is leaving.
Anchorage Airport Information Whiskey 0100 Zulu.
Okay, so we'll go to ground. We'll get rid of the ground power. Which is that one. We'll make sure that everybody's clear.
Anchorage ground, Western Global 6355, requesting pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight tech.
Confirm all ground checks complete. We're cleared to pressurize the hydraulics.
All ground checks are complete, and you are clear to pressurize the hydraulics.
Alright, we won't request our taxi just yet. Alright, need to wait for the fuel truck to disappear away. So we'll have a look.
Anchorage ground, Western Global 6355, requesting the end of pushback.
Okay, so
Western Global 6355 request to end pushback received.
so they just got pushed back straight and then stayed pushed back.
Western Global 6355 with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
Western Global 6355 taxi to end hold short of runway 25 left using taxiway Echo Kilo Charlie cross runway 25 right Charlie. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
So we'll wait for this aircraft to go behind us. So it was actually...
Taxi to and hold short runway 25 left via taxiway to go Kilo Charlie, cross runway 25 right, Charlie Western Global 6355.
So it was actually good that we could see them taxi straight out. Just taxi straight behind, just go backwards. So that's cold. That wingtip is very close to the top of that catering truck. All right, so we'll request our pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
All right, so we'll release the parking brake.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
There's an interesting option that's come up. Enable ignoring weather at this airport. So we're just going to go straight back. The parking brake is not engaged. Yeah, Otto's not controlling the aircraft, so... There we go, that's alright. It's going okay now.
You are clear behind, and you can start your engines at your discretion.
It just looks like ice, doesn't it? It looks like an ice skating rink. Alright, that will do us for the pushback. Thank you, mate. So we'll give Otto the chute because I want to see him take off.
Anchorage ground Alaska 069er with Whiskey request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Alaska 069er Anchorage Ground Airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Okay, that's interesting. I've never had a request denied like that. Let's try again. Something different.
Anchorage ground Alaska 069er with Whiskey request taxi for takeoff departure to the north.
Alaska 069er Anchorage Ground Airport is currently IFR. Request denied.
Okay, I'll request IFR clearance. Here we go.
Clearance delivery Alaska 069er IFR to Anchorage ready to copy. Alaska 069er is cleared to Anchorage Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 left climb and maintain 0. Departure frequency is 123.8 squawk 0303. Alaska 069er cleared to Anchorage Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 25 left climb and maintain 0. Departure on 123.8 squawk 0303.
Okay, so this is going to be very interesting. Now, obviously...
Alaska 069er rate back is correct. Contact ground on 121.9er when ready to taxi.
Now the,
Anchorage ground Alaska 069er with whiskey ready to taxi IFR.
Alaska 069er taxi to and hold short of runway 25 left by taxiway Echo Kilo Charlie cross runway 25 right Charlie. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 25 left by a taxiway Echo Kilo Charlie cross runway 25 right Charlie Alaska 069er.
now again, I just copied what the other aircraft did, and I thought I was in a pretty good spot to start my taxi, but maybe not. So it'll be interesting to see how we go in these weather conditions. Obviously visual flight rules wouldn't apply in this sort of weather, so you'd have to go instrument.
Western Global 6355, hold position caution, the generic on final.
Okay, 118.3.
6355.
I'll change to Anchorage Tower now. Not that I can do anything yet, but I'm surprised one of the services isn't de-icing. Okay, here we go.
UPS 102 cleared to land runway 25 right. Follow the aircraft on final. 125, 0 at 8. Caution the generic landing runway 25 left.
Cleared to land runway 25 right UPS 102.
Now, if it wasn't for these blue arrows, which I know is not very realistic, I'd have absolutely no idea where I was going, or for that matter, where Otto's going.
Turn next taxiway. UPS 102, go around.
Gee, I've never heard ATC. Oh, hang on, although
FX31, turn next taxiway.
it is a bit confusing with the voice sometimes being the same as the
Going around UPS 102.
so yeah, I've never heard it go around like that. But
Contact Anchorage approach on 126.4.
for UPS 102.
FX31, turn next taxiway.
This is going to be fun, Otto.
FedEx 31, turn next taxiway. FedEx 3, 1 exit runway when able. FedEx 3, 1 contact ground on 121.9er.
Makes you wonder how this bit of tarmac's grey/black.
Going to 121.9er, FedEx 3, 1.
Again, the confusing voices. Now, I've been in snow before, but never like this.
Anchorage Tower UPS 9er in 14 miles southeast inbound visual runway 25 left approach.
UPS 9er, 8 Anchorage Tower. Cleared visual runway 25 left approach. Altimeter 29er, 2 wind 25, 0 and 8.
Cleared visual runway 25 left approach UPS 9er 8.
I'm surprised they're still doing visual approaches. If I need IFR to taxi out, and yet they're quite happy to give them visual approaches to come in. I couldn't even taxi unless I went IFR.
Connie 816 cleared to land runway 25 right. Follow the generic on final. Wind 25, 0 and 8. Cleared to land runway 25 right, Connie 816.
Anchorage Tower Western Global 6355 at runway 25 left ready for takeoff IFR to Los Angeles.
Western Global 6355 cleared for takeoff runway 25 left.
So we've certainly seen a range.
Takeoff runway 25 left Western Global 6355.
We've certainly seen a range of weather conditions and lighting conditions on this episode. A little bit more editing for me to do, but that's fine. This is a different episode. It's not like many of the others that we've done so far. Back to general aviation on the next episode though.
Connie 816 turn next taxiway.
Oh, these two little guys look like they're go-karting.
UPS Niner, 8 cleared to land runway 25 left. Wind 250 at 8.
Cleared to land runway 25 left UPS Niner 8.
So 25 right, 7 left. I think we were cleared from memory to cross this one.
Western Global 6355, contact Anchorage departure on 118.6.
You can really see the benefit of things like runway lighting in these conditions.
118.6 Western Global 6355.
So this is the thing, we did get permission and we were cleared, so
Anchorage Tower UPS Niner 8 is going missed.
UPS Niner, 8 contact Anchorage approach on 123.8.
alright, we can request takeoff clearance now.
Anchorage Tower, Alaska 069er at runway 25 left, ready for takeoff via March of Anchorage.
Alaska 069er, hold short runway 25 left. Traffic is generic on upwind.
So we've got to hold short.
123.8 UPS Niner 8.
Alaska 069er, cleared for takeoff runway 25 left.
Okay, so we've got to go around a bit again. We'll acknowledge that.
Cleared for takeoff runway 25 left, Alaska 069er.
So we're entering 25 right. But I can also see a sign for R2. Yeah, that is 25 right. So we've got a bit more taxiing to do, but we have been cleared for takeoff. So now we'll go on to the runway. C5 left. So even though the arrows aren't going the right way, Otto is, because there's 25 left. Alright, so we'll see how you go in the snow, Otto. Anyone who pilots a plane in these sort of conditions is a braver and better man than me. Alright, here we go. And up we go. Alright, gear up. So we're going to skip ahead and we're going to go to the approach. Not after not going into final and being put into a death spiral, just like we were at LAX. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, look at this. Go Otto. We're all counting on you. Good luck. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Overspeed.
Oh, he is coming in hot.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Alaska 069er climb and maintain 4,900 feet.
Climb and maintain 4,900 feet, Alaska 069er.
Oh, look at the snow on the plane. This is amazing. What can't you see from in the cockpit? Yeah, that's probably why you're on instruments. It's a little bit of blue sky there, not very much. Terrible conditions for flying. There's no way they'd let you cancel IFR in those conditions.
$2,500. $2,500.
Alaska 069 climb and maintain 5,700 feet.
Oh, they want us to go up.
400.
Climb and maintain 5,700 feet, Alaska 069er.
$2,500.
Alaska 069er descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
That's getting better. We'll acknowledge that.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet, Alaska 069er.
$1,000.
Oh no, we're going to fly to the side of a mountain.
Climb and maintain 5,700 feet.
Oh, that looks close.
Climb and maintain 5,700 feet, Alaska 069er.
Alaska 069er descend and maintain 4,500 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,500 feet, Alaska 069er.
Alaska 069er climb and maintain 5,100 feet.
2,500.
Make a bit more
Climb and
ATC.
maintain 5,100 feet, Alaska 069er.
Oh, look at the rainbow behind the
Alaska 069er descend and maintain 4,300 feet.
Oh, this looks scary as.
400.
Descend and maintain 4,300 feet, Alaska 069er.
Alaska 069er descend and maintain 3,700 feet.
I like the idea of that.
Descend and maintain 3,700 feet, Alaska 069er.
Alaska 069er climb and maintain 4,600 feet.
Climb and maintain 4,600 feet, Alaska 069er.
500.
Oh, I thought that was going to happen sooner or later.
Try.
And we're all dead. We'd have to be. Welcome back, eh? We're in Winnipeg, and it's certainly living up to its reputation. Air Canada A320neo. We are ready to fly and check out our ground vehicles. We're not going to worry about inside the aircraft just yet. Need to hook up the power pretty much straight away. So we'll do that. So again, I've restarted the sim, and there's the Air Canada tug. The power unit going in now. The catering truck, and also the we might turn our batteries on. We'll just reconnect with Pushback Express. Now, maybe it doesn't want to work in Winnipeg. Says that it's connected. But if we go down, maybe we can get the pushback to... Oh, hang on. Oh, it's because we've got Otto in control of the aircraft. Okay, stand by. So we'll... got to turn off the engines. What we're going to do, we're going to listen to the ATIS.
Winnipeg Airport information, India 1900 Zulu. Wind 267 at 8. Visibility, half a mile in snow. Sky condition, ceiling 1,000 feet overcast. Temperature, -7. Dew point, 13. Altimeter 29.92. ILS Zulu runway tree 1 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 1. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have India. Winnipeg Airport information, India 1900 Zulu. Wind 267 at 8. Visibility, half a mile in snow. Sky condition, ceiling 1,000 feet overcast. Temperature, -7. Dew point, 13. Altimeter 29.92. ILS Zulu runway tree 1 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 1. All aircraft read back hold short instructions.
Now, I forgot that I still had Otto in
Ground Air
charge of the
Canadian
aircraft.
069er requesting pushback touch to steer the aircraft to the left.
Air Canada 069er, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
So we're using the old style, or not the old style, the default pushback on this occasion, because I forgot that I'd given Otto control of the aircraft and he just started it straight away. So we'll go back a little bit further and that will probably do us.
Ground Air Canadian 069er requesting the end of pushback.
Air Canada 069er, request to end pushback received.
We'll probably have to go IFR because of the conditions.
Ground Air Canadian 069er ready to copy IFR clearance to Winnipeg.
Air Canada 069er is cleared to Winnipeg Airport as filed. Take off runway 31 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure frequency is 121.0
Air Canadian 069er cleared to Winnipeg Airport as filed. Take off runway 31 climb and maintain 9,000 feet. Departure on 121.0
Air Canada 069er, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9.
Ground Air Canadian 069er with India ready to taxi IFR.
Air Canada 069er, taxi to and hold short of runway 31. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 31 Air Canadian 069er.
Oh, look at those ground vehicles! You can't see big airplane with big wings and big tail. Just couldn't wait or go around. Oh, that's hilarious.
Winnipeg Airport information, India 1900 Zulu. Wind 267 at 8. Visibility, half a mile in snow. Sky condition, ceiling 1,000 feet overcast. Temperature, -7. Dew point, 13. Altimeter 29.902. ILS Zulu runway 31 in use. Landing and departing runway 31. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have India. Winnipeg Airport information, India.
Alright, so we are going to hold here obviously for a moment. There's our Air Canada A320 Neo A. Give Otto control of the aircraft back. Otto, you have the ship. conditions like this, I wouldn't really want to go anywhere in real life, probably. Obviously, I'd have to have the skills to do this sort of thing, but...
Ground Air Canadian 069er would like to cancel IFR.
Air Canada 069er IFR flight plan is canceled. Taxi to runway and request VFR departure from tower.
So what happens, I wonder, if you enable ignoring weather at this airport? Let's have a look. Nothing, it seems. Let's go to what's live weather doing at Winnipeg at the moment. Let's have a look. Not much difference, actually. It's 11:17 in the morning on Saturday, and it's pretty much the conditions that I mentioned. What happens if we go to overcast? Let's get. I think we broke it. I think we broke Winnipeg. We'll let Otto handle the comms for a minute, see if he can manage to do anything better than what we can. So, okay, this is interesting. We'll see if ATIS has actually changed.
Winnipeg Airport information, India 1700 Zulu. Wind 267 at 14. Visibility, niner. Sky condition, ceiling 1,700 feet overcast. Temperature, 13. Dew point, 13. Altimeter 29.92. ILS Zulu runway tree 1 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 1. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have India.
Ground Air Canadian 069er requesting pushback.
So we'll see what happens.
Air Canada 069er pushback request accepted.
So we'll see if the tug actually comes out to us. I think we broke it, E. Alright, seeing as that we broke it, we'll go back to snow. Temperature minus 90. Oh, I got an achievement unlocked from Mother Nature. What's that? Hang on, let's go to Steam and find out. Adjust the weather during a flight. Oh, I've done that before. Is that all it is? So now we'll go ATIS again.
Winnipeg Airport information, Juliet 1700 Zulu. Wind 267 at 8. Visibility, half a mile in snow. Sky condition, ceiling 1,000 feet overcast. Temperature, minus 9 or 2. Like 1 tree. Altimeter 29.9 or 2. ILS Zulu runway tree 1 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 1. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Juliet.
Ground Air Canadian 069er requesting pushback.
Air Canada is 069er pushback request accepted.
Nothing's probably going to happen. Well, I've broken ATC, eh? What a terrible day in Winnipeg. Minus 92 degrees. I can't believe it actually accepted that it's minus 92 degrees. And there's still rampies out there. That's hilarious. Anywho, I've been Simulator. You've been wonderful. We're not leaving anywhere soon from Winnipeg. We'll see you next time. We'll have to come back here and not break it some other time. Thanks for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Full information on the show notes and also in the description. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now. Keep the blue side up.